Hey there, Living Kinetics Wolfpack, Raf King, back again with you with another interview. Today, I am totally stoked about the interview that we're about to do because it's something that I hear about all the time in body work, but I have finally met someone who's brave enough to take on the task. So please, introduce yourself and explain what you do.
All right, I am Linda and I work here downtown massage, just Linda Boser LMT off of Cortez. And right now I am trying to build a community of massage therapists that empower people and empower one another to take our practice to another level.
Awesome.
And instead of working against each other, working together. And I think every field could improve by doing that, but especially what we do is massage.
Yeah.
Like we are about healing and helping and being there and creating that space for people, and why we're not doing that for one another is really confusing. And a lot of us, like you said, a lot of people talk about it, but we have to actually do it. We have to act upon it. So the Facebook page was initial, just sending feelers out to see how well the idea would do. And then we're just growing from there.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll establish a community locally that reaches out statewide, and we can match massage therapists, mentors, educators, whatever else. The sky's the limit. Whatever,
Absolutely.
people come up with. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Absolutely love it. I feel that as massage therapists, we focus great on the clients, and then we kind of lose a little bit of that when we start to compete with each other.
Right.
The mentor part of it is huge. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, any massage schools out there, you're fantastic and I love you. But unfortunately, just getting right out of massage school, you're so new and fresh that you're almost not effective in the field just yet. You still need a little bit of that mentorship.
Right. And we went to, I went to a school down in Phoenix, ASMT, that's no longer there.
Yeah.
But, and they had professional development and everything, but just the curriculum itself is so strenuous. It doesn't encompass the business, just everything that's needed in doing your own thing, but it's not as difficult as a lot of people make it out to be.
Yeah.
As well. So I think once people understand that, there could be something built upon that.
Absolutely.
So we could create something where we bring in a therapist, mentor them, and in turn kind of do that pay it forward sort of mentality. That mentee becomes a mentor, and then we create that sort of community as opposed to I'm going to be the big boss. Y'all are going to work for me. I'm going to pay you $10 an hour per massage, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to go. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that system. I don't like that structure of business. And so maybe that's just me trying to break out of the box a little bit as well. But
that's wonderful.
That's kind of how I feel about it, definitely. Yeah. So I definitely encourage people to please like Massage Therapists of Prescott, Tricities. Whether you are a practitioner or a lover of massage therapy, either or. Because I want that page to connect therapists with the community.
Absolutely.
Therapists be able to put their specials on the weekly, on the daily, blow it up however much you want, and use it as a marketing tool for you, use it as an educational tool, use it however, just remain professional. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge for me. And
well, I think with the page, you almost create a certain amount of accountability with that. Of course, there are the non-professional massage therapists out there.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay. But I think being in a group of professionals creates a standard. It creates that this is how we all hold ourselves. This is how we all act. And if you're below the standard, well, you're not keeping up.
Right.
So I think just making that apparent and obvious is such a positive thing for our field. Not just that, but even though massage is so old, I don't know about you, but it still has this reputation of being only a luxurious thing. Mm-hmm. And it's still really new to the community. And it doesn't help when you have inexperienced massage therapists doing bad techniques.
And they're not taking the profession or themselves seriously.
Yeah.
If we want people to take seriously, we have to take ourselves seriously.
You hit it right on the nose.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. And so I've been developing this book for massage mentoring and stuff like that to go along with this whole cyclical mentor process business thing. And a lot of that is about how we raise the bar, how we step up, what we do, what standards we should hold ourselves to.
Yeah.
It's not just about doing the bare minimum CEUs and going to work and coming home.
Yeah.
You know, we are at a point in the massage therapy profession where we can stand up and become leaders. And every single massage therapist has the opportunity to do that. It doesn't matter who you are. And that's what's wonderful about our profession is that there isn't, you know, some cap you have to hit. You can go as far as you want. I mean, there's a guy who massages people and they hop in a helicopter and they do it on the Grand Canyon in those little land indents or whatever they're called, you know, the plateaus in the middle of the canyon. And he does massage there and it's like a venture massage or something like that. I've heard of that guy. And then, you know, so the sky really is the limit with what you can do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. But I think we can push those limits a lot further together than apart.
Yes, exactly.
So what plans do you have for the future with connecting everyone with the Facebook page and all that?
I would like to bring community therapists and educators together. Right now I'm working on getting a classroom space together so we can have classes on the weekend and inviting people in to teach their craft, not just massage CEUs, nutritionists, health practitioners, fitness trainers, you know, teaching stretching or yoga for limited mobility because we work with a lot of that in recovery and, you know, kind of aligning that with what massage helps with, you know, and then also there's a lot of other stuff that's already going on. So kind of how do we stand out from that?
Yeah.
And provide a service that's not being provided. Because a lot of people can go and do yoga, but can they go and do yoga if they're just recovering from hip surgery and they have to learn stretches from a sitting position or they're coming out of a sedentary lifestyle and they have to learn slowly, you know, and it can discourage people to not be met at their point. And so designing some sort of class or curriculum where we can meet people where they are, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
So that's what I envision as far as the massage side.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I really, really hope to do that. And then I have the room and then doing the mentorship, and I'm actively searching for someone to mentor right now and bring in to work a couple of days a week. And all of those guidelines are very tentative depending on where that therapist at. It's the same thing, meeting the therapist in the mentorship where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, in their profession, in their career, where they're at mentally with the belief of where they can do or what they can do. And helping them grow from there.
Yeah.
But doing their own thing, not being anyone's employee. And so
there is a certain amount of restriction that comes in when you lay down a protocol. Protocols are great, in my opinion. You know, they give a place to start. But when the new student just learns protocol-based stuff, it kind of, you know, when everything's a recipe-based type of thing, kind of closes off some of those avenues that they can take. That, I mean, you're just kind of placing those limitations on them.
And and in my experience, clients know it.
Yeah.
Clients know and there's actually a name, and we call it mechanical massage. And when you go to certain places and you get that mechanical massage, the client knows that you're just repeating the patterns that you've learned. And then it becomes very methodical, and some people really, really love that. Some people are very systematic and that works for them, but some people don't.
Yeah.
And that's why we need the community, is because what works for one's not going to work for another. And that's why competition in our profession makes no sense.
It never really has to begin with.
Because there's so many people and so few of us. Like, there's not a massage therapist per person per population.
Yeah.
there's like one of us for thousands of people.
Yeah.
And so to compete with one another, we're really doing a disservice to our own practices and to each other and our clients.
Oh, yeah.
Because if we're just holding on to our clients because we want the money off of them or because we want them to be our clients, you know, or we need the list or whatever, but there's another client right down, or another therapist right down the street who just has a better technique to help that client, why wouldn't you match those two? Yeah. Because you're doing better, and then your integrity builds, and then your practice builds. It just makes sense. Yeah. You know, word of mouth is everything in this profession as well, and so that's huge too. You know, yeah, you can go here and they'll do your massage, but you can go over here, and if they don't do it right, they know therapists and people who know how to do this and that, and so the community is so important, and it would help us reach such higher levels.
Let me ask this. Has your business ever been damaged by trying to help someone?
No.
No. I don't think I've ever heard a scenario in massage where someone tried to help someone and it totally backfired.
Right.
Like, well, I might trying to help other therapists.
Or lost monetary value at some point. But what I gained in education, experience, knowledge, I'm not telling you to go out and do free massage for anybody who asks. You have to direct your marketing appropriately, you know, and you want to see a return. You don't just need to be out there chasing your tail.
Don't be dumb about it.
Yeah, exactly. But oftentimes in those monetary, like where you see that, like it pays back in dividends later on. It really does, especially when you're building reputation. And it is about truly helping people. If you're just helping people for the dividend and the payback later on, people tend to pick that up as well. Yeah. So when you're fake about that, people eventually will figure you out. You know, so I think ultimately in the end, you only gain by helping each other out.
Well, massage is, at least for the massage therapist, you really don't have a choice but to be transparent. It's almost like a forced thing in this field where your true values will show at some point.
Yes.
It's just going to happen, and you can either choose to be, you know, loving and giving or not, but one way or the other, people are going to find you out. So it just makes that much more sense to just love and give and try to help everyone grow. How long have you been in the field for?
I graduated October 2009.
Cool.
I moved here February 2012.
Nice.
So I've been in this office since February 2012.
Awesome.
A long time. No.
So
I never thought I'd do a profession this long ever, but I love it. I really do. I really, really do.
That's awesome. So, what's your favorite part about it?
The community that you form, the relationships that you form with your clients. Yeah. That's huge, being able to help people. I knew this lady when I first started working out. She had just had a brain surgery, and her doctor had wanted her to receive massage just for touch therapy to reacquaint the nervous system.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And she came in, and the moment I realized that this is what I really, really wanted to do was when she walked in the door without her cane after surgery, and she's like, look, I can do it. And I was like, yes. And that was maybe a year into the profession, maybe. Yeah. And then it's, you know, so many experiences like that throughout the entire profession. Yeah. And that, I love that, but also the freedom. I love the freedom. I have 2 kids, and I've had the ability throughout their lives as they've gotten older to build my schedule around their schedule, and being active in their life has been a huge priority to my parenting. Yeah. So that's been huge. I'm not like a helicopter mom or anything, but I do want to be around and be active in their life, and at least be there and be available for them. So that was a huge push to why I got into the profession. Yeah. And then seeing the aftermath, or seeing the effect of massage and how it really truly impacts people's lives is what's pushed me to stay in the profession. And, you know, so now I just desire to continue to help people, because that's my true underlying purpose in life, I guess. So, awesome. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you were really meant for this field.
I think so.
You got the energy, you got you're already putting stuff into action. Massage therapists are notoriously flaky, so I think
Yeah,
it's
we
awesome.
really are. It's so bad. Like this one took 3 rescheduled appointments, and I'm like, I'm sorry. By the
We're busy. We're
third or
busy
fourth
people.
appointment,
Okay.
yes, we are. It just happens like that sometimes. That's life, and we have to learn to be graceful to ourselves as well. And that's what I've had to learn, definitely, is being graceful with myself. Yes, I might have to reschedule this appointment because of this, or we tend to put other people before us, and we really need to schedule our self time. And it sounds silly, but we have to schedule our hiking time and our time to do this and our time to do that, and all those times that we do things to help ourselves, we have to schedule that.
Oh yeah.
And that's how our lives operate, and sometimes we just get overwhelmed. So yeah, I think and then we end up looking very flaky. And sometimes so we need to address that in our profession as well. How do we let people know that we might be a little flaky or come off that way, but not be? How do we not be so flaky? How do we address our time management in a way that we can improve that in our profession as well? And that image or that reputation. Because people do like consistency.
They do. So. They do. The massage therapy world, as you know, is a hard one. Right. Even though it comes off as being very fluffy and luxurious, and we're just spreading lotion on people. I'm sure you've heard that the average career span is like 2 to 3 to 5 years for most massage therapists. It's incredibly short when you're talking about being able to use your hands in a functional way. So to hear you at 10 years? 10 years, yeah. 10 years. Is awesome. Yes. That already says a lot.
A lot of moments where I almost lost it. Like I was working at a point where I was doing the most. I did 42 massages in 1 week. I was working here and a chiropractic office, and my body almost gave out on me. So you really have to learn what schedule works for you. Right now, I book about 4 or 5 massages a day. I don't go more than that, and I set my schedule at a max of 20 massages unless I have emergency sessions I need to include, but I don't go more than 21, 22. The last 2 are only reserved for emergency sessions, and that rarely happens. So if I do hit the 20, that's where I max. And keeping it at that and doing your exercises and going to the gym and nutrition and all that stuff keeps you in the field, and contrast treatments. Yeah. And that self-care is so important. And my teacher in massage school, he used to preach about it all the time, and I went 4 years and I didn't care about it until I slipped a disc in my low back moving a seat out of a minivan, and then all of a sudden it really mattered because my income went from this to half. So I was like, oh no, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I better take this seriously. Absolutely. Otherwise you don't last. Otherwise you can't just go do massage and go home and live a sedentary lifestyle. You can sit on the couch and watch TV. You can binge watch Netflix on the weekends, but you have to do something. Absolutely. You cannot just go home and do that every day. Yeah. So that's it. Otherwise you don't last.
I agree. Yeah. It could be a bit of a vicious cycle though, where you're in so much pain, that's all you want to do is go home and do nothing, right? But it's the exact wrong thing to do. Exact wrong thing. So I guess in short, what I'm trying to say is it does say a lot about you being here for so long and doing such an incredibly physical job. Just to give everyone at home a little bit of perspective. So she's doing half of what she used to do before, but still doing roughly double of what I do. I don't do 20 massages a week. There's no way. That's still just too much. So when it comes to the physicality of the kind of work we do, it looks easy. It's because we make it look easy.
Right. It's a part of our job. Yeah. We're not supposed to stress people out. They come to us to de-stress. Yeah. So yeah.
So with that being said, any new massage therapists out there, just take it from a couple of us who have been in double digits now for the field, and just understand that self-care and community is a way bigger deal than what is being made out to be. It's huge. Is there anything that you wanted to add though to our conversation here? Anything you want to say to our guests, to all of the Prescott massage therapist enthusiasts out there?
Just go on, and if you're on Facebook, like the Prescott Massage Therapist or Massage Therapist of Prescott Tricities page. I'm still getting it down. We're still building content for it.
Oh, it's up on the screen for them right now, anyways. No
yeah,
worries.
definitely. All right. Massage therapists, educators, nutritionists, people, alternative healing practitioners, come in, meet me. We can talk, see the potential education space and everything. Come on down. That we'll plug that one there.
Yeah. And, where is your office at?
It's 315 South Cortez, Suite D.
Beautiful.
And we're right downtown. Awesome. And we're tucked away in the back on the property there. And
yeah, you have to. It's not really searching. It's just a minor walk, but it's like on the main road, but just tucked away. So don't fret if you don't find it right away. You have to read the signs. You have to read just a little bit.
There's a professional service sign, and then you walk up the little stairs and off to the right of the front building. So we're in the back.
If you're like me and you don't read, it'll be hard to find. But just a little bit of reading. Well, hey, thank you so much, Linda, for being on the show today. Absolutely.
Thank you for coming in. This is fun.
Definitely.
It's
Definitely.
Fun. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. We'll see y'all in the next video. Take care, everyone.